Detective Melvin V. Santiago.
My name is Kathy McBride. I am the mother of Detective Melvin Vincent Santiago. He was killed in the line of duty July 13th, 2014. He was on the force 7 months. Since he was 3 years old, he wanted to be a police officer. My brother's a police officer. My other brother's a corrections officer. And Melvin would wear my brother's uniform and run around the house when he was little. He would put the motorcycle boots on when my brother rode the motorcycle squad. He always carried the police car my brother made for him. And that's all he ever wanted to do. That was the biggest memory I have of him. He was a nice kid. He was a compassionate kid. He wanted to start a new era with the police where the community would feel safe around the police, and he wanted them to know that, you know, not every cop is the bad guy. Not every bad guy is a person on the street. And, you know, he wanted to bring the community together. Our worlds have been shattered, and life is never going to be the same without him. I miss him every second of every day. And to have something like this, the Unity Tour, where they come together and they remember every single fallen officer. And they do it just out of the kindness of their hearts. They're not doing it to get anything. They're not doing it for, you know, their own gain. They're doing it just so that nobody's forgotten. And there's police officers that were killed 100 years ago that are still being remembered. And that's important because Melvin's sacrifice should never be forgotten. None of these officers' sacrifices should be forgotten. He was an amazing person, and this world is at a loss without him. And, you know, thank you to the Unity Tour and for all those who helped me to remember him.
I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Where the Police Unity Tour is going to come through here. The Police Unity Tour commemorates our fallen officers who gave their life in the line of duty. It raises money to support those families and of those fallen officers as well.
For us, he was probably the nicest person I ever met in my life. Genuine, community-wise. Till this day, there's people still talking about him. He wanted to help the seniors. He used to go down and play basketball with the young kids. Excuse me, on his meal break, which nobody does. And even the senior cops took him in because he wasn't like a rookie. He was so far ahead of his time, and he just wanted to give back. He enjoyed going to work. But I ride for Melvin, I ride for all the fallen officers, but I ride for him because I know he'll be doing it for somebody else. And you know, this is one thing I know I can do, that it's a personal thing between, you know, myself and him and his memory. But as far as being a police officer, I'm very proud of him. He's accomplished more in the 6 months that he was on than most people do in 20 years. For me, from day one, you get your nerves when you start, and whenever your back hurts, your knees hurt, or you see a hill that's a quarter mile long, I think, you know, Mel, help get me up this hill. And before you know it, you're up it. And it just keeps me motivated, the end result. When I get to Washington and then you see all the fallen families, survivors, you know, it's a big accomplishment. You know, every year, I Learn Schools has been sponsoring me for my ride for the Police Unity Tour in his honor, and here we are today. It's going on. This will be the 5th year. I just want to thank iLearns for everything you guys do for me. I remember doing something stuck in my head. She said, "You shouldn't have to worry about raising money because we have to raise $1,950 every year." And she said, you shouldn't have to worry about raising money. You should better worry about riding that bike and getting down there in your nephew's memory. Anything we can do. And everybody here said the same thing. And you know, it's a beautiful honor, not only for you guys to help me, but for me to let everybody know about you guys also. Because you know, it is pretty amazing that you guys feel the way you do about Melvin and treat my family, my sister, my other nephew, Melvin's brother, and myself and my family, with open arms. It's pretty amazing. The school in Kearney, the I Learned School in Kearney, named the gymnasium after Melvin. That's amazing. And I have a lot of my coworkers live in Kearney, and when they first seen the gym, they were like, "Oh my God, that's unbelievable!" And they're like, he didn't even go to school out there. And the main thing was, he went to a charter school. He excelled in that. Then we also have a Melvin's Foundation, and we give back to the communities. And if anybody wants to donate to it, it's mym2650.org. We have T-shirts, coins, but if you just want to donate, 100% of whatever we do goes right back to the community. There's no, we don't make any money off anything. Even if we have to pay $2,000 to make T-shirts, we don't recoup that $2,000. Whatever we sell them, whatever it is, it's going to go back for the families in need. Mostly children, the elderly, shelters,